FTB Film Study is sponsored by Happy Valley United. To learn more about how you can support Penn State student athletes' NIL opportunities, visit happyvalleyunited.com today.
What's up, guys? Today, we're definitely going to talk about Andy Kotelnicki and his offense that he brings to Penn State. I'll tell you this. I had a Texas Tech defensive coach who's going to be unnamed sitting in my office just this week when this hire came, and he told me, I am so happy that he is gone because his offense was the hardest thing in the world to get ready for. Let's talk about some things that he's going to bring to the table. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at Buffalo. Understand that he was predominantly a wide zone guy. So, okay, this is wide zone. Okay, all he did was he brought the slot receiver into the offset. Okay, you're going to run a simple wide zone concept with a lead block here. And all they're going to do is they're going to run, and the running back's going to put his foot in the ground, and he's going to get vertical.
We talked about this in the last video, how Penn State finally had success running wide zone for the first time in 2 years versus Michigan State. Well, at Buffalo, they ran wide zone to perfection.
One thing about Buffalo back in the day was these guys were like dancing bears. Okay, watch the head placement. You know, we've talked about head placement, and I want you to watch just how simple this concept is. And so the ability to run the ball is going to be there.
So here we go again.
We're just looking at a normal wide zone again, okay? This is just a normal wide zone, nothing fancy, nothing new, but the ability to get the ball to your playmaker is what makes this so special. Okay, so now again, we're back to a twins compressed set. You're going to get some movement. You're going to get a guy who goes over. It's going to look like a different picture, but at the end of the day, it's still painting the same thing. It's wide zone.
This is probably the most basic yet complex play in football.
All right, now let's show how he uses pre-snap motion and play action to open up explosive plays downfield.
I want you to look at the motions and techniques here. You're going to get a motion from the outside receiver. He's going to come across, and you're going to get what they call a sprint pass off of a boot. Here's the fake. You're going to get a guy to the concept, so you're going to get a guy here. You're going to hold the edge here. You're going to get the crosser here. So I've always talked about this because I think that boot is one of the best plays in football. So again, this is just the guy to the flat. You're going to get a guy who's going to run the clear out here, and then you're going to get the crosser here. All right, just all the motion, all the movement, everything that he shows is your ability to get your playmakers the ball on the edge, get your playmakers the ball in the air, and this is the stuff that he brings. Looking at it from the end zone. Okay, you just saw wide zone, downhill. Now you're seeing the ability, all the motions, all the shifting, everything that happens here. And I want you to see how easy of a throw that is. Okay, so again, you're going to have an in motion again. We're going to fake wide zone, and we're going to run true play action off the back end. And I love this play call because, again, it's the same thing. You literally just saw the same thing. He just threw the same pass. The only difference is instead of this kid coming from over here, he was the guy that came in motion, and now he's here, and he's going to run out. It's the same play, different variation. They just ran a true play action off of it. They ran what we call the mid-crosser. Nothing changing. Absolutely nothing changing. You have the flat player. You have the guy clearing, and you have the mid-crosser. So he ran literally the same concept, but it looks nothing like the same concept. Here we go. So now you guys should be familiar with this look right here. This is the diamond set, and you're just going to get a tight end attached. Now you're going to see what happens when you have a running quarterback. Notice that he runs an inside zone, okay? Just a nice inside zone here. But now he's going to lead block here. We're going to get a guy that comes off the edge, and we're going to run the option look. But then we're running the RPO with the play action off of it. Now, oh man, there's so much stuff going on right here. As an offensive coordinator, this is so much to get going. You've got guys coming off the back end. You've got an extra protector. You've got a guy coming right here. You've got guys sucking down. Look at the safety sucking down because they're so run heavy. And all he runs a bang glance route, okay, to a receiver that's the only guy in the route. This is what makes this so impressive. He is the only man in this concept and this route right here, and that's what makes it impressive. I want you to watch from here. Look how hard this is to defend. You've got true double teams at the point of attack. He pulls this ball and he rips that thing in there. So here we go again. Now you're going to get a different call. You've got two guys in the backfield. Uh-oh, what just happened? You now have the guy who's off the ball, all right, the guy who's off the ball who comes back in motion to this point right here. Guess what? Same formation. Nothing's changing, but you're just making the picture look a little different. Look what he does. This is really neat. Now, again, what did we just saw? We just saw the banger with the play action. You just saw the exact same thing. Guy coming off here, you have inside zone. This guy coming out here. Now, he actually rides this thing, and he runs option off of it with the ability to pitch the ball. Okay, Bo Perbula is going to have a heyday with this stuff. Okay, Drew Aller may not be able to run this, but that's okay. He can do what we just saw before, and now you're on the option off the same look with a different motion out of the same formation. It's the same thing over and over and over, but man, it looks so different. It looks so different, you know, and I think that's really what he's bringing to the table here. All right, so now let's talk about this one, okay? You get the muddle huddle. He breaks to the line as fast as he possibly can. They are in a heavy, unbalanced formation, which means that someone here is not eligible. But the question is, who is it? You don't know. The answer, this guy right here is not eligible. But when you break the huddle as fast as they do right here, you don't know who's eligible. So you can't decipher this. So what do? They fake inside zone, okay? They fake inside zone. They take the guy who's ineligible. They get him to run. This guy right here fakes the run, and he leaks out, and he throws the wheel. Boom, just like that. Why is that impressive? Well, because they break the huddle as fast as they can. And look, you get this right here. He breaks the huddle. You get the fake. It's very simple, easy throw for a guy who's not really a drop back quarterback. 20-yard game. Boom, moving on. All right, here we go. Now what are we doing? Now we're going back. We're going to get an inside motion, okay? Going to get an inside motion into the same play call. What is this? Oh my word. This is you got a pulling center. The center pulls. You got the backside guy pulling. You're coming off the edge. He fakes inside zone and he takes the shot. This is what everyone's talking about. We're missing at Penn State. The guy who's willing to play action, who's willing to just launch that thing as fast as he can. Again, I love the play calls. I love what he's doing. It's the same stuff over and over and over. Why is it impressive? Because when he brings this guy in motion, the corner goes over, plays outside leverage. This guy comes inside. He's going to squat and sit on a quarter read safety. This guy's got outside leverage on the receiver who's running a post. And that's why it's awesome. Now because of that motion, safety has to sit here. This guy's playing outside leverage. He has no chance. He has no help inside. This is the best play call against the greatest thing you could see. Now, let's talk about the fun stuff. It's the fun stuff that gets me. Watch this. They call this the polecat. Look what he's doing. Center's on the ball. You're bringing 4 linemen over. You've got 2 guys over here. He just adjusts as fast. Look what's going on. Look at the confusion. What do we do? I love what he brings to the table. It's so fun. It's experimental. It's different. He's willing to take chances. What does he do? He legitimately runs a jet sweep out of the polecat in the middle of the field. I mean, who does this in Power 5 football? But he's successful, and it's well schemed.
Just look what he did with 2 quarterbacks at the same time.
This is the handoff to the boot. And number 6, the quarterback, is the guy who fakes the run. And now you got Bean, who comes in the game later, and he throws the out, which again, if you go back and look, is the same play you just saw. All he's doing is he's throwing the intermediate cross. He just hands it off and comes back around. It's the same play. It just looks so different out of 2 quarterbacks. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with his shifting, his multiple formations, the things that he brings to the table. All right, here we go again. Now you're going to get a guy in motion again. Same thing. He's going to take it. He's going to fake the handoff. He fakes the reverse. But you know what's beautiful about it? He fakes the handoff. He fakes the reverse. And if you go back and look previously, watch the center. Center pulls. He pulls. What usually happens in this play? It's play action. And guess what he does? He throws the wheel out of the backfield. Look at that. Oh, that is creativity at its finest.